Hi friends, this is your friend Israeli Math Concepts. In this video today, I'm going to teach you how to factorize a given quadratic expression. On the board, I have the question a raised to the power of 2 plus 8a plus 15. This is an example of quadratic expression. Before I go with the solution to this very given question, I want to remind you that a quadratic expression is an expression of the form ax raised to the power of 2 plus bx plus c, where the a, the b, and the c are called the constants or numerals. Then the x here, they are called the unknown variables. And the highest degree of the unknown variables here, x, is 2. So anytime you are given a question of this form, just trace your mind back to the general form of quadratic expression. And once it's in relation to the quadratic expression, you can easily factorize this given question. The first thing we are going to do is to multiply a squared with 15. So a squared multiplied by 15, we are going to have 15a raised to the power of 2. So the next thing we are going to do is to look for two factors that when we multiply them together, we are going to obtain 15a squared. Then when we add those two factors together, we are going to have 8a. And what are those two factors? To make it convenient for those that finds it difficult to locate the two factors, just draw your LCM line and put your 15 in this very line. Now, the lowest factor that can divide 15 is 3. And 3 divide 15 is 5. And the next thing that can divide 5 is 5. And 5 divide 5, 1. Now, the two factors are 3 and 5 respectively. The two factors are 3 and 5 respectively. Now, remember that this 15 here is positive and the 8 here is positive. So let me make these very factors to be positive. And because I have a squared here, let me also add a here. Such that 3a multiplied by 5a is going to give me 15a squared. And 3a plus 5a is going to give me 8a. What does that imply? We look for two factors that when we multiply them together, we have 15a squared. And when we add them together, we have 8a. Hence, the factors are 3a and 5a respectively. The next thing I'm going to do is to put down my a raised to the power of 2. Then I now have to include these two factors, which are plus 3a and plus 5a. Then I also include my plus 15. This is very, very simple. Now, looking at this, the next thing I'm going to do is to replicate this question for convenience. Then I group them in twos. I group them in twos. Now, looking at this, we want to factorize this first bracket. And the common factor for a squared and 3a is a. So when a divide a squared, we are going to have a. Then you put your plus sign. Then when a divide 3a, we are left with 3. You close your bracket. Then plus, the common factor here and here is 5. Such that 5 divide 5a, we are left with a. Then plus multiplies plus, we still have plus. Then 5 divide 15, we are going to have 3. Please, if you want to know whether your answer is correct, just look at this. Whatever we have in this bracket should be the same thing we have in this bracket. Once they are the same thing, automatically your expression is correct. Then now I have a plus 5. And remember, these two brackets, they are the same thing. So I take one of them, which is a plus 3. So this is exactly the answer we need. But to confirm whether our answer is correct, let's open up this bracket. A multiplies a is going to give us a squared. Then a multiplies plus 3 is going to give us plus 3a. Then 5 multiplies a, we have 5a. Then 5 multiplies 3, we have 15. Let's sum up this. We now have a squared. Remember, 3a plus 5a is going to give us 8a. then plus 15. Looking at this very question and looking at this, they are the same thing. That tells us that our answer is correct. So this is the answer for this very given question. All right, let's take another example. If I'm given c raised to the power of 2 plus 4c minus 21. Remember the process we followed in factorizing this given quadratic expression. The same thing we are going to do for here. My c raised to the power of 2 multiply minus 21. We are going to have minus 21c raised to the power of 2. And I'm going to look for two factors that when I multiply them together, I'm going to have minus 21c raised to the power of 2. Then when I add them together, I'm going to get plus 4c. And remember, I draw my LCM line, then I put 21 here. Actually, 3 can divide 21 such that we have 7. Then 7 divides 7, we have 1. So the two factors are 3 and 7. So I have 3 and 7. But because I have c here, I include my c. So looking at this minus 21 c raised to the power of 2, you can see that we have minus here and we have positive here. So what do? We have to add this to be positive and make this to be negative, such that minus 3c multiplied by 7c, we are going to get minus 21c raised to the power of 2. Then when we add minus 3c and plus 7c, we are going to obtain 4c. Now we have our c squared. Then we include these two factors, which are negative 3c and positive 7c, then minus 21. So I group this in twos. I group it in twos. Then I factorize. So factorizing c can divide here and here. So I have c. C divides c squared. We are left with c. Minus c divide 3c. We have 3. Then plus 7 can divide 7c and 21. Hence I factor out 7. 7 divide this. We are left with c. Then 7 divide negative 21. We have 3. Alright, if you want to know if your answer is correct, whatever you have here is what you should also have in this same bracket, such that I take my c, then plus 7. And remember, since these two brackets are the same, we choose one of it, c minus 3. So if I want to check if this answer is correct, I have to open up the bracket. C multiplying c, we have c squared. And c multiplying negative 3, we have negative 3c. Then 7 multiplying c, we have 7c. Then 7 multiplying negative 3, we have negative 21. Such that when we add up, we have c squared. Negative 3c plus 7c, we have plus 4c. Then minus 21. Remember, this very given expression is the same thing as this given expression. Hence, our answer is correct. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Israeli Math Concepts, so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Thank you and see you next time. Goodbye.